guys, welcome to my channel. This is going to be my first video. I'm going to show you guys how I do my foundation routine for the summertime. Right now, it's really hot in Connecticut, which is where I live, and I really don't like to do a full coverage foundation in the summertime because it melts off your face. It's too hot. So what I'm going to do today is take you step by step through what my foundation routine looks like during this time of year. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, you need to use glasses. So first and foremost, you need to make sure that your skin is well moisturized before you put any product on your face. Otherwise, if you have any flaky patches, any of that is going to show up on the makeup. So you want to make sure you're fully moisturized. I use the oil-free moisturizer from Neutrogena. So you're just going to want to go and take one pump of that is good enough for your face. And you're just going to want to put that all over and let that soak in. Okay. Next important step that you need to do for a foundation routine, if you don't want your foundation to smudge or crack or anything like that, I would suggest that you use a primer before you put on any foundation. I really love the NYX Photo Primer. It's this green one right here. This helps fill in your pores and smooths out your face, and it also, if you're a little bit oily, which I can tend to be, it helps control that. So you're going to want to put a little dollop on your fingers, rub together, and you want to kind of concentrate that in your T-zone, which is right down the bridge of your nose and right here on your cheeks. You can do a little bit on the outside, but it's really not that necessary. It's more to control the oil in your skin. Most important tool that I've learned while trying to perfect my foundation routine is the use of a beauty sponge. Right now I'm using the Real Techniques beauty sponge. It looks like this. It's just a little sponge. You wet it under the faucet for a few minutes and you just squeeze it out. You don't want this super wet when you're using it, otherwise it's going to dilute the foundation that you're putting on your skin and it's going to come out streaky. So just make sure it's damp. Right now my holy grail for the summertime is the Nyx Cosmetics CC cream, and I use the shade medium. It's this tube right here. You can pick that up at Ulta, carries it, and also online, and I'll link that down below. But you just want to use just a small dab right there, and you're going to want to take that beauty blender while it's damp, and you're just going to start dabbing it all over your skin. This stuff is great because it gives you almost a medium to full coverage, and it also evens out my redness in my face, but it's not so heavy that you feel like you have tons of stuff on your face, as well as it doesn't give the appearance of being cakey. It's very lightweight, and it smooths out and gets rid of any redness or imperfections that you may have. And with little product, just one pump is good enough. Okay, so once that's on, you're going to want to take your concealer. I use the Kat Von D. What shade is this in? I think it's the light shade. I'm going to have to check. It doesn't say. Oh, light 18. It's very small print. I can't see without my glasses. So again, very little. This stuff is very concentrated. It's very thick, so I don't like to use a lot of it. I just want to place it in the places that I want to brighten up. So I usually put it underneath my eyes, and as well as if I have any blemishes. So you're just going to want to dab that onto the skin with the beauty blender. You can use the same one. And it's always good, make sure you clean your beauty blender after every use. So otherwise the product just sits in there and it gets all oily and it's just going to make you break out. And you can put a little bit up there. See, so it just brightens underneath the eyes and draws your attention in where you wouldn't automatically look before. You can set this with a powder. I tend to not do that all the time. I do sometimes. Next, if you are looking for a little bit more definition to your face, you can take a bronzer and put some of that on with a blush. My favorite bronzer is the Sephora, and this is in the shade Los Cabos. It's a very pale bronzy shade. I don't know how else to describe that. So you're going to take a small angle brush, and you're just going to dab that onto the apples of your cheeks. Same thing for the other side. And you always want to put bronzer where the sunlight is going to naturally hit your face. Otherwise you start to look a little bit muddy. You don't want to overdo it. And the same thing goes for a highlighter. If you're using a highlighter, my favorite is, again, NYX Cosmetics, and this is in the shade Narcissist. This is very pretty. I don't know if you can see on the camera. Like pink champagne color. And you just, right above where you did the bronzer, you're going to place that highlight. For every shadow, there is a highlight. Rule of thumb. So that's pretty much it. So that's my foundation routine. It's pretty simple. It takes about 5 minutes in the morning to complete, and you're out the door. So I hope this was helpful. If you guys have any questions about the products that I've included in this video, please feel free to ask, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye.